free Disney money. You guys, it works! Hey friends, this is Laura Kromzak with the Disney Slowdown, and I am just outside today taking advantage of our 70-degree weather. We've had some really cool mornings, which is awesome here in North Florida because it has been ridiculously hot. So we're calling it false fall because I'm sure we're in for a power surge again soon. But you know, while the weather is cool, I'm gonna go outside and take a walk and talk to my friends. And I'm hoping, okay, I'm also checking out my new camera. I just got it, I'm so excited. And it's got its own microphone, so hopefully my videos will be better in the parks for you, and my vlogging will be better, and the microphone will pick up better. I've had so many frustrations trying to figure this whole vlogging thing out, and really all I want to do is be helpful for people who are planning Disney. Disney can be crazy and very expensive, and if you don't know what you're doing, it can end up in disaster. And not know what you're doing, like be an absolute expert, but a lot of times you do have to go in there with a plan and at least some kind of an idea. But I don't want you to spend extra money that you don't need to spend. And if you're like me and you're trying to squeeze that budget as much as possible to get your Disney fun going, well, that's what I'm here for. My top performing video on my channel has been the one about Disney gift cards, and I will link that here for you just in case you have not seen it. And by the way, there's a lot of people watching that video, which I totally appreciate, and I'm really glad. I don't get a lot of comments, but I would appreciate comments. Like, let me know if it was helpful. Leave an emoji, a heart, a fire, anything, I don't know. But it's just nice to get some feedback. And also, YouTube is telling me that like 93% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribers. If you wouldn't mind, if you do find my content helpful, I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe. And then send a video that you think is most helpful to a friend who's planning Disney. Because we all know we've got friends who are planning a Disney trip. They may be an expert, and if they are, this channel may not be for them. But if they haven't been in a while, things change at Disney all the time. I go down to Disney about once a month, and I have recently used a couple of my own gift card tips, and I wasn't really tracking how often I get these gift cards, so I kind of actually looked back before I started to hit the record button, and I wanted to share that with you. I'm also testing out the new camera and seeing how good I am at this vlogging thing. All right, so my first tip is Fetch. If you have not gotten onto Fetch yet, and you're like my friend Stephanie, who's like, oh geez, I have to log in and I've got to scan products. No. Fetch is literally keeping track of your spending habits, everybody's spending habits. It's a whole marketing thing. The majority of the points are not fabulous. I mean, it's 1,000 points to get $1 in a reward. All you can get on Fetch is gift cards, but they're no longer like dollar for dollar deals. Panera is the one I used to use mine a lot on, and a $25 gift card used to be 25,000 points, which, okay, that's easy. Although the points are free money, but still, I like to get a good deal, right? There are a few restaurants on there that have a lower point value. So maybe it's a $25 gift card and it's only 22,500 points. But if I don't go there to eat, or we don't have one of those in our town, that's not really worth it. Panera I'm at a lot, as you can see. As we scroll through my Fetch account, you can also see that the majority of the points that I get are just 25 points. I don't buy a lot of name brands. Every once in a while, I'll have something on the Fetch that is worth it. Before I go do my shopping, I will scroll through and look at the points for me, or the trending points, or the top offers, just to see if there's anything that we might remotely be interested in. But for the most part, I'm not getting a lot of bonus points. I just have a lot of receipts. As you can see, a lot of them are Panera. And that's because I have the Sips Club and I am stopping in that Panera 2-3 times a day for my drink. So I'm not always spending money when I go to Panera, but I am stopping in to get my bubbly water. Speaking of which, I gotta take a drink. I am dying here. I brought my water with me. Of course I did. Actually, it's my Slim. Okay, this is gonna be awkward. Let's talk more about Fetch. It took me about 4 months this summer to get another $50 gift card from Disney. But that's not the true secret. The true secret is helping you plan for your Disney vacation. So we're gonna work those numbers out for you planning a trip in like a year or two. So stay tuned. But it's nice to know that it did take about 4 months. We had a couple of higher ticket items. Honestly, the majority of the bonuses that I get on Fetch are for my dog. We have a senior dog, Daisy, and we give her glucosamine from Vet IQ. They frequently have like a 3,000 point offer. And then the Minties, that dog is crazy for her Minty. As a matter of fact, she refuses to let the sun go down before she has her Minty. I'm gonna put a clip of her because I just took this last week. She's nuts. Why are you crazy? It's not Minty time. It's not Minty time. It's not. It's not Minty time. The sun is still out. Majority of our Fetch points are just the 25, so you can do it too. I'm not spending money on items that I don't usually purchase, and I'm not trying to get the big offers. I felt that way about Ibotta. Did you ever use Ibotta? Do you use Ibotta? I felt like trying to get the points on Ibotta, you had to buy the certain products that I would never purchase. And yeah, they may give you $4 back, but if you're spending $8 more than you would, not really worth it. But I do love Fetch, and I like to just hoard my little points until I can get to the 55,000 and get a $50 Disney gift card. And I got it just in time for my mom's trip. I was so excited. Now, another method that I used for this mom's trip was I have the Chase Disney Visa, and I do have a referral link in the description box below. I would appreciate if you would sign up using my link if you decide to sign up, because there are points for you and points for me. But hey, I'm not going to turn down free money, right? I'm not leaving money on the table. Okay, this is super cool. I just happened to be walking by, and this is just super cool. You got the 3 witches with the cauldron. You got the ghost. That's so fun. The scarecrow, the scary pumpkins. And you know what's really funny? I saw the ghost, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I saw the skeleton guy sticking out of the rocks there, and I thought, okay, we need to stop. We need to take some of this in. I'm loving this camera, and it's, you know, idiot proof. Let's just say that. Technology and I do not always get along. So I was talking about the Chase Disney Visa. No more squirrels, I almost promise. So I had another reward card that I was using primarily for my purchases, and I don't have the whole household purchases on my card. I buy our supplements on our card. If the kids have something that they have saved up for, I will usually put it on my card, and then they pay me the cash. I put it in my bank and pay it off when the statement comes. You know, the supplements, I'll put them on my card, and then I paid for my supplement company, and the bill comes in, and I pay it off. It's not like I have an outstanding balance, but I was using the Southwest credit card for air miles, or air points, let's say that. And I haven't been flying for the past couple of years. I used to fly 2-3 times a year, and we haven't been. So I decided, you know what, I'm kind of wasting those rewards. Although I've said this before, I'll say it again. I don't think that Chase has the best rewards out there. If you have a good rewards card that you're using, especially like a travel rewards, then stick with that. If you don't, or if you have like an Amazon reward, which is also Chase, or if you have some other kind of rewards, like my husband loves Cabela's, And so he'll save up his points, and then it's like, oh, look, I have, $100 to spend on hunting or fishing gear. Well, good for you. Now I've got money to spend at Disney. So recently I decided to switch my purchases from my Southwest Visa card to my Chase, which they're both Chase, Disney Visa card. So I was accumulating more points just because more money was being spent on the Disney Visa card. And then of course my purchases inside the park, I will use my Visa card for that. What I like about the Disney Visa card, you can accumulate your points, go on your trip, and then come back home, log on to Chase, and put your points towards purchases you've already made. That's probably the best reward, because your other rewards are like, oh, let's look at the Amazon. You're spending all this money and then you get a gift card to spend on Amazon. Well, I don't want to spend more money. Like, after you already spend thousands of dollars, especially at Disney, the last thing you want to do is come home and go, oh look, we have a $100 gift card to spend at Disney and we're not there anymore. And now we get to go to Disney.com and buy crap we don't want or we don't need. We always want stuff, right? We're very merchandise forward. Speaking of which, I really don't have any merch. Everybody else has merch. I don't have merch. Somebody out there wants to design me some merch, that'd be great. I started a design, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm just saying, that's like the best ride. But I don't have the brain power or the bandwidth right now to deal with merch. I got too much going on in my life. Like, maybe we'll just stick to vlogging and deal with merch when I have somebody who can actually, design merch. But I digress. I would like some merch, just my own, some of my favorite things. Guardians, food and wine. Okay, let's face it, all the food. Before I left on my mom's trip, I had logged on to my Chase account and I saw that I had $40 in Disney bucks. When I got home, even more had processed, and then I also had my Disney trip, which I didn't put a lot on there, but whew, walking up a hill. Holy Moses. This is another reason why I wanted to walk. I don't do a lot of cardio, except for in the parks. But I think I had like $60 and still a couple Disney bucks still processing. Now my friend, she booked the Keys to the Kingdom tour. Video is coming soon, I promise. And she booked our hotel room, which I did a video on that, staying at the Swan and Dolphin. If you have not seen that, I will link it here. I think it's a great alternative, but there are some downsides. I can't remember if I added this downside. I think I did, but it was a live stream that I did, and I can't remember what I said, so I'm gonna add this here. When the parks are having parties and you are booking the Swan and Dolphin to get those extra evening hours for deluxe resort guests, the problem that we ran into was the extra evening hours at Epcot were at the same time as Magic Kingdom being open until 11. And we were really only there for 2 nights. We were there on Wednesday, but we had to leave about noonish. I think we left to get back home. So having only 2 evenings, if we wanted to see the Starlight Parade, or if we wanted to watch the Happily Ever After fireworks, we weren't going to get to do that because we were staying at a deluxe resort and Magic Kingdom was closed on Tuesday night for a Not So Scary party. So that's just another cog in the wheel of things you have to figure out and plan when you are planning a Disney trip and you want to stay on property or where you want to stay on property. There's a lot of moving parts here. So anyway, my friend had most of the trip on her card. So my $90 at that point was really just our food money. And yes, I tried to purchase as much of her food as she would let me. I still have about $20 left on my gift card, but don't worry. When Samara and I go back down, she will be sure to use that up. Food and Wine has just opened and I'm so excited to get back down there and check out Food and Wine. Plus, Samara wants to do her senior photo shoot in Disney, mostly Epcot, but we might hit a few other parks and a few other locations. It's just a lot to plan and think about, so I'd really like for her and I to get down there for a couple of days, just her and I, and really focusing on what she wants to do for senior pictures, because I'm going to be taking them with my camera. So yeah, it's going to be fun. So tell me, are you saving up for your Disney gift cards? Are you using Fetch? Are you thinking about planning a trip to Disney World and you're like, maybe I should get that Disney Visa card? I understand, it's like, gosh, I don't want another card, but if the rewards are going to go towards something that you're going to use, then I would recommend it. The first time I got the Disney Visa card, we were planning on going on the cruise. And so we had used the Disney Visa. I think we'd gotten about $200 in rewards before our cruise. The downside to that was my plan was to use it on the memory maker on the cruise. However, at that time, I don't know if that's changed. We haven't been on a Disney cruise since 2020. But at the time, the photo stuff was all third party, and so they did not accept the Disney dollars. So that was a little disheartening. I did not know about that. If you're planning on going on a Disney cruise and you have the same thought that I do, because that memory maker was like $175 for the whole cruise, check that out, because you might not be able to use your Disney rewards on that major purchase. Oh, and one other thing that I was going to tell you about your Disney gift cards. The ones on Fetch are good for a year. They do say they don't expire, but on Fetch it says it's good for a year. So if you're planning a trip that's like 2 years out, you might just want to record your points until you're a little closer to your trip before you spend them on a Disney gift card. You could also get restaurant gift cards. So if you're driving down and you know the path you're taking, or you know a restaurant that you guys usually try to aim for, that would be another good use of your Fetch points. Hey man, I'm all about free food. Free food. If you don't want to keep track of a bunch of, $25 and $50 gift cards, I totally understand. On that video that I linked in the beginning, there's a website where you can go and combine all of your gift cards into one. Then you can put that in your wallet, your iPhone or your Google Wallet. You just scan the barcode. However, I will tell you this, I've done this before too. I've handed my phone and you went right over the scan to pay, and it picked up my credit card, which at the time I did not have as primary Disney. Lesson learned there. Let's talk money. We are going to include the Chase Disney Visa rewards, the Fetch gift cards, and I'm also going to add Upside, which is not something I talked about on this video, but I did talk about it on the video that I linked earlier on. I will also put my referral code in the description box below. Please download it if you don't already use Upside, and just open up the map and see what options are available in your area. Upside is actual cash back, mostly on gas purchases. There will be some restaurants, and in some areas you can also get groceries. It's definitely worth checking out. I want to be as conservative as we possibly can so you can see what could actually happen for your Disney vacation. First of all, the Chase Disney Visa. Right now, I did look this up. There is a $400 offer once you put $1,000 on the card in the first 3 months. This is for the one with a $45 annual fee. I highly recommend that one. Worth it. However, if you are already in a lot of consumer debt and you are not able to use a reward card and pay it off at the end of the month, then planning a Disney vacation isn't even what you should be doing right now. Pay off that debt. You are going to thank me for it. I promise you. I know it's hard. We have been there, but please pay off that debt first. You will have so much more freedom. And seriously, if you have any questions about that, I would love to give you some advice, give you some guidance. We did it. And it's not fun. You really tighten those belts, but we did it. and it's worth it. That's all I can tell you. Okay, so you're to the point where you don't have consumer debt. Use my referral code in the description box below for your Chase Disney Visa card. If you are the type of person who wants to get the Disney vacation package and maybe stay on property, make your first deposit, make it $1,000 so you get that $400 credit back. That's going to be a huge savings on your Disney vacation. After that, let's say you only put $1,000 of your household budget on this card every month. Gas, groceries, utilities, phone purchases, things that you've already budgeted that you're already paying off. Very important, very important. For the majority of your purchases, it's going to be 1 to 2% cash back, or 1 to 2% in your Disney bucks that you're going to get. You can get 5% if you have your Disney Plus or Hulu, ESPN Plus. If those are things that you subscribe to, you can get 5% back on those. But everything else is pretty much 1 to 2%. So let's just average that and say it's 1.5% on $1,000. That's 15 Disney bucks a month. And you think, is it really worth a hassle? Well, if your trip is 18 months out, that's the number we're going to go with. That's $15 for 18 months. Now, I'm going to subtract the $45 annual fee. So minus 3 months of that. So $15 times 15 months, that's $225 that's going into your Disney bucket. Upside, I average about $10 a month, but I do a lot of driving. So if you only get $5 a month times 18 months, that's $90 before you step foot in the Disney bubble, before your trip. Fetch. Let's just say that it takes you 6 months to get a $50 gift card. You've got 3 Disney gift cards before you step foot inside the Disney bubble. And those are gift cards that you can actually use in the parks. Let's total that up. $225 in your Disney Visa rewards, not counting the $400 statement credit that you're going to get in the first 3 months. $90 cash from Upside, and $150 in Disney gift cards. That's almost $500 in your Disney vacation bucket. And you haven't really done anything extra. You've got a credit card, you've changed the way you pay for things, but you pay it off at the end of the month. Upside, all you do is claim the offer before you pay at the pump. And Fetch, you just take pictures of the receipts. That's it. That's it. And you've added almost $500 to your Disney vacation. That's food. That's snacks. Yes, the photo package is worth it. Get that. That's merchandise. Maybe you want to do a specialty dining. $500 should cover you at least one. Just one, probably. That's not bad for not doing anything extra. So go into the description box, use my referral links, download the app, apply for the credit card, and let's get you $500 extra. I want to thank you for tuning in and watching me, helping me get my steps in. And again, if you have not subscribed, would you please do that? If you found this video helpful, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and share it to a friend. I've got a lot of videos coming up that I have not edited yet. Again, it's just, me, party of one, over here doing this all. So I appreciate your patience and sticking it out with me. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you on my next video.